Well, some red-stickered Kaikoura homeowners are furious after learning the council wants to move their houses just a few metres forward away from a dangerous cliff rather than pay them out. During the 2016 Kaikoura earthquake, massive boulders pummeled the small township of Rakatara and the council red-stickered 5 homes and batches there, which have remained in place ever since. But after months of delays, the cash-strapped council has finally decided what it will do. And as Logan Church reports, landowners are not happy.
For more than 2 years now, 5 Rakatara property owners have been waiting. Jo Davidson is one of them. Her father lived in Rakatara before he died. His former home and her family's former holiday home has sat pretty much untouched since the quake, as the council slapped a red sticker on the property. To get that sticker off, the council has decided, after months of geo reports and discussion, to move the home on the property away from the neighbouring cliff. And Jo's not impressed.
Their grand plan is to move our properties forward closer to the railway line, which would reduce the risk of damage in an earthquake. So obviously that has met with great disgust by all of us.
At a meeting in September between the 5 Rakatara residents with red-stickered properties, all 5 made it very clear they did not want to live there again.
Everybody there said they had no appetite for going back to living there. They were in fear of their life. We had people who were there during the earthquake who thought they were going to die. They are not going back there. So that was made very, very clear. They obviously didn't listen to that.
There are 15 properties in the Kaikōura District affected by land hazards. The council has come up with different options for all of them. For example, the council believes 2 properties are now safe to occupy. However, 2 others are not, and the council has offered financial assistance to help them retreat. One of those belonged to Sam and Emmy Colery from Ocean View Motel. We've met them before on Checkpoint, and they told us today they don't really know what the council's decision means, and they're nervously waiting for more information. The decision on what to do for all properties was made in secret by the council last month. Its chief executive, Angela Oosthuizen, has been leading the council's work on this. She says she understands some landowners, especially those in Rakatara, might be frustrated by the council's decision.
We do understand how the ratepayers feel. We know that they don't feel safe going back. We've taken into account what the residents have said. We've also taken into account what our geotechnical experts have advised us. And based on that, we've looked at that and believe that the risk can be reduced to a tolerable level.
The government's given $1.5 million to the council to solve this problem for all 15 properties. The local government minister, Nanai Mahuta, agreed to an interview today after refusing numerous requests from Checkpoint to talk about this. Residents have accused the government of being stingy with its contribution.
Look, we've worked with the Kaikoura District Council to address some issues that they're confronting as a result of the effect of the earthquake there. This has been a long process. In relation to the properties, what we've done is work with the council to find a solution where we were assessing risk to life and then ensuring an approach that was a lot more sustainable. So we believe we've worked constructively with the council and we've gotten to an outcome that, in terms of risk to life, we've assessed the most serious needs to address first.
This issue has obviously had a massive impact on the lives of the people involved. Because of this, I've put in several requests to your office for interviews this year. Your PR person has told me that this has not been a matter of urgency for you. Why has this not been a matter of urgency for you?
Oh, look, I can't answer for whoever you've been talking to. I've been presented with this opportunity to have a conversation, of which I'm doing so right now.
But I've been asking for months and months and months for this.
I'm not sure if you have been asking for months and months and months, but I've got Chris sitting here right next to me. I'm sure you can take that up with him.
But the press secretary decided to take it up with us while we were still recording. Anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, look, anything in terms of formal requests you will have to take up with Chris. I'm not sure where that was at.
Oh, That's fine. Hey, no, really appreciate your time. You have a good one. Oh, hello, Chris. How are you going?
Yes, that's right. Logan, you realise that you didn't get the interview before because the local council hadn't reported back.
Well, Chris, I've asked for interviews before, and you've said you've put my request to the Minister. But she just told me now that you hadn't actually put those on.
What? Oh, of course we did. But the fact is that we just didn't. It was a simple matter that until the local council reported, that we weren't going to talk about it.
Well, that's fine, Chris, but you've said before to me that you had put my request to the Minister, and she just told me now that you hadn't.
Well, we did, but I mean that's neither here nor there.
Well, it is, Chris, because it's two different stories.
Oh, all right. Look, if you want to throw me to the wolves, you just go and do it, but don't expect any help in the future.
Well, Chris, I'm not trying to throw you to the... Meanwhile, the council's chief executive, Angela Oosthuizen, says the council is grateful for the Crown contribution.
You have to look at the whole funding assistance in context. There's been a huge amount of help, financial help that's been provided to Kaikoura. We're not just looking at the residents, but we're looking at all the other help, in terms of road restoration, rail restoration, the three waters, the roads and the bridges. So when you add that all up, we're talking about a substantial amount that the Crown has actually, provided to Kaikoura.
Angela would not go into details yet as to how the $1.5 million will be spent, but she says an implementation plan will be put together in the new year. But for these Kaikoura landowners, it's now a further wait, and a growing sense of unease.
We have made it very clear that we would not go there, we would not take family there, we would not take friends there, we certainly wouldn't take our grandchildren there, and we would even not want to sell it on to someone else knowing that there's a risk.
So for now, the wait continues.
Logan Church reporting there.